Think about these Afrikaners, the angrier I get. Right now, there is a 19-year-old DACA recipient who has been here since she was 4 years old, has been detained for almost a week. Monday will be a week. He's got her detained, and he's deporting United States citizens. People born in this fucking country. But he's flying white South Africans here on our dollar and paying for them to stay. He has a 19-year-old DACA recipient in custody, deporting United States citizens, firing over 300,000 Americans, coming up almost 83,000 veterans he's firing. In the next budget, gets rid of almost $700 billion in Medicaid. And he's purposely going out of his way to go to South Africa, use whatever airplane they're going to use, probably fucking Air Force One, or something bigger, with our money, and put these people up in houses across the country.
MAGA's awfully quiet about those South Africans coming over here, you know, the ones that we are going to be funding with our tax dollars. You know, they haven't really said anything about them. You know, they're going to be leechers. They're going to be getting free phones, free housing, and free food. Weren't you guys upset about it when the brown people were getting it? But you guys don't care this time, right? It's because they're white. This is how we know you guys are racist, because you guys aren't holding the same fucking standard. You're racist fucks, just admit it.
Donald Trump is chartering a plane using U.S. taxpayer money to bring refugees from South Africa to America. Now let's think about this for just one moment. What is the same about all these South African refugees that we might notice? They're all white people. That's right. And so when we talk about deporting people, it appears that they're mostly non-white. But we can bring in South Africans who are white. And I just can't shake this feeling. I just can't shake this feeling that maybe, and I'm not saying it, I don't know, I'm not there, I'm not in the room when these conversations occur. It seems to me that it's possible that these guys in the White House are motivated by certain aspects of these people that they're bringing in and taking out. I'm not saying it's true.
Anyone want to take bets on how fast they're going to cuck and want to come home? Generally, if you've got refugee status, you can go home if the situation in your home country has changed, if the threat is gone, if the reason for you needing to flee is gone. So in this case, the reason is made up. The reason doesn't exist. The reason is a lie. So how is that going to be gone one day for them to come back? Because the majority of the population in South Africa is going to stay the majority of the population in South Africa. The government is going to stay made up of people from that majority. What?
The Afrikaners that are leaving for America are broke. They don't have money, these guys. So you don't need to worry that, we're losing voices that keep private schools open, having great private hospitals. Those are not the Afrikaners that are leaving. These are Afrikaners that are unemployed, and they believe that BE has caused them to be unemployed, and that now, essentially, all the different policies that have been put in place prioritizes black people more and has now left them behind. Those are the people that are leaving the country. Going to another country to be a refugee is crazy business. It's wild. Like, do you understand that you are saying that you are equivalent to an individual that is coming from a war-stricken country? That's essentially what you're saying. So that means that you are saying that things were so bad in your current country that you didn't have access to water, you didn't have access to food, you didn't have access to housing. That's essentially what you're saying. And it's possible that it was happening to some of these white Afrikaners. But my goodness, dog, like, yeah, it takes a lot of humility. I didn't know that Afrikaners had such humility. I've actually been impressed that some of these Afrikaners are humble enough to want to become refugees. Imagine, want to become refugees where they're going to be given the absolute bare minimum. You should check on TikTok. There are videos of people showing the places where they're staying, where before they're actually dispersed into the different areas that they're going to be relocated. It really is the bare minimum. So yeah, it's no one who is coming from a nice poshy lifestyle with all the farms and all of that is going to be leaving to go to America. It's really just going to be poor Afrikaners. I'll be very surprised. If there are any rich Afrikaners, please come into the comment section and say, listen, I'm a rich Afrikaner and I am actually going to be leaving. I'll be very surprised if they're there. But yeah, to the poor Afrikaners, no, if you guys are suffering that much, yeah, you've got my full support. Full support. I mean, maybe you guys don't care about my support, but I am telling you that I personally am fully in support of you guys seeking a better life in America as a refugee.
So the Afrikaners are on their way to America. And all I want to say to the Americans is, if you were worried about Karens and whatever the male equivalent of a Karen is in your country, wait until you meet a Karen. Wait until you meet a Johannes. One thing about majority of, some of Afrikaners is that they don't assimilate into different cultures. So whenever it is that you hear a person say they hate a South African, they're talking about because they don't care. They don't care. Those people are about to come into your country and make as if you are a second-class citizen in the country that you were born in. Good luck. Good luck. All I have to say is good luck and Godspeed.
My beautiful Afrikaans people, don't fall for the bait. Please do not. As someone who has lived in North America, what you are going to sacrifice is your independence. And I know as Afrikaners, y'all are very independent people. Some of the most independent-minded peoples in the world. But when you go to the United States, you're going to be an immigrant, essentially. You'll take on immigrant status. You'll take on immigrant mentality. And that's not good. So don't listen to Trump. Don't listen to Musk. Chill here in South Africa, man. Kumnandila, it's amazing here. Yeah, sort out your issues. Work on yourself. But you don't want to go to North America and become an immigrant. Trust me. It's not a good deal.
Good morning. This is for the South Africans who are going to be entering the United States. This is just a public service announcement. I just wanted to make you aware that the black people who were students during apartheid, we're grandmas and grandpas now, and we have the air of Gen Z. One more thing. I also want to let you know that our president, he has Secret Service. And you will not. I also want to tell you that black people over here are empowered. These are just public service announcements. When you get here, sit your ass down and don't touch nothing. Because you don't have Secret Service. Okay. Now have the day you deserve.